What is up, guys? Winter Kills here, coming at you with an impromptu test hand video. Just gonna let you know this is gonna be kind of rough. I'm very rusty with the deck, know very few combos with it, and is still a work in progress build, but that's what you guys asked for as I posted that poll last night. And one thing I want to bring up, in the recent times where I've had a lack of footage to upload for you guys, which is most of the times not in my control. Whether or not locals will be canceled or not is a different story. I have a list just over there of a bunch of series that I would like to do, and I'm probably going to record all of them each. One of them, there may be reboots of series I've done in the past that you guys have liked, and just record one of us for each of them and get your feedback on them. I'll upload them and you guys can let me know. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go into this test hand video for DDDs featuring some of the Dark Pendulum stuff, mainly Astrograph and the Dark Worm engine, things like that. But what I've seen mostly from the community of what's left of like people still playing DDD, and I know there were some people playing like Diabolos, the Dark Diabolos with DDD, which I'm not too sure what all that is about, but a lot of the plays are somewhat inconsistent, so don't expect too much consistency with this deck as of late. Until, of course, they give us some like direct link support, I don't think it's going to happen. And our hand is, I am using some proxies, by the way, just so I have at least a better build than what I was going to upload originally. So we have Necroslime. This is a Stargazer Magician, Savant, Kepler, Thomas, and then a Dark Contract with the Swamp King. I'm going to start things off with the Kepler. Go ahead and go into the Dark Gate with the Dark Contract with the Gate. My bad. And I'm probably gonna grab the Swirl Slime for obvious reasons. We could grab Lamia here actually instead, because we do have the Swamp King, and that might allow us to make a better play because right now we can't do a whole lot. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot we can do in other words of other ways of putting it, I guess. Yeah, because if we add the Lamia right now, we can fuse away the Lamia with the Necroslime for a Genghis. Summon out the Lamia. No, we can't do that. Much as I would like to, we can't, because we don't have another way to summon the Lamia. It would be banished, of course, after that. So instead what I'm going to do is fusion, just using the Swirl Slime and the Necroslime to go ahead and fusion into, at this point, it's probably going to be a... This is just a tough call. I think it'd probably be better if we just do add the Lamia instead, because it's gonna be not as good if we don't. And in this case, we're gonna have to use Swamp King and send that and that for this. So this is DDD's problem. So I guess another thing about posting this video is not to show you why the deck is good and you should play it, but maybe kind of show you if you still like this deck, maybe as to why you maybe shouldn't. Because I found it very hard, if you don't open Dragon Shrine or Foolish, it's just very hard to do anything with this deck. Decode Talker's a little too hard to make on your own without exhausting a lot of your resources, and Electromite's not easy to make unless you open up Dragon Shrine, which you only play 2 of really in this build that I found. It's just tough, right? It's just tough. Then I'm gonna use Lamia to send the Swamp King to the grave, send this, summon this, you know the drill. That, and go for Hexblood is really all we're gonna be able to do. But since we didn't open Dragon Shrine, which I am playing 2 of, we can't do anything else. We can't, you know, Necroslime into anything. And yeah, DDD is in kind of a sad state right now, but I'm trying to make it work, just for the sake of a lot of the some of the older fans from back in the day know a lot of the DDD stuff we used to do here on the channel, trying to make it work somewhat as much as possible. That's it for test hand 1. We're going to go ahead and go into test hand 2. Probably going to do 3 or 4 for this video. Alright, deck is shuffled. Let's see what we draw into. Allure, DDD, Copernicus, Astrograph, Dark Contract with a Gate, and another Astrograph. So Astrograph's like not a bad card in this deck. You definitely want to play it in here now, especially with the Electromite plays that you make, when you can make them. And again, it's just making them is the tough part, which sucks. I'm probably gonna go ahead and Dark Contract here for a Swirl Slime, and actually I don't know. This is a weird hand, but I'm probably actually going to Allure before I search. That'd probably be the best thing to do, right? Allure, draw into a Ragnarok and another Allure. I'll banish an Astrograph, no problem. I'm trying to keep things organized here. Banish this Astrograph. And this makes our search a little easier. I'm going to add a Swirl Slime. And now I'm going to Copernicus into a Lamia. And at this point, since I don't think we're going to be using any of the Astrographs, I'm going to Allure again. Draw into 2 more, 1-for-1, and Leonidas. Not too bad. Probably going to banish the Astrograph. Again, Astrograph usually isn't used this way, I can assure you, just to be banished off Allure, but that's just what we're using it for right now, so don't be too confused by that. Now I'm gonna Fusion into Genghis. We'll be able to make a decent play here, but again, as you'll see, this is the problem with DDD right now. I'm gonna banish this to summon out this, and we're gonna get to summon a couple things here. We're gonna get to summon off this and this, so I'm gonna summon off this and this. So actually you're gonna be able to make somewhat of a decent play here. I'm gonna synchro into that, go into our good boy Alexander, and then use Lamia to send the probably send the gate to the grave and summon that there, and then go ahead and synchro into a Crystal Wing. I would send Copernicus, but I forgot the ruling with Lamia. If you can send pendulums to the grave, you probably can. I remember back when I first started playing it with the pendulums and everything, like, you know, can you send this? Can you send that with Lamia? I'm pretty sure you could have, so I don't know. I just don't want to. I want to take the safe route. I don't want to upset any DDD elitists in the comment section, you know, because they're everywhere. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're ending with that field. And again, if we could make an Electromite on top of this, it would be so much better, but we can't. This has to take up our spot because we did not open up Dragon Shrine. And I will probably show you guys at the end of the video the combo that I'm talking about, where you open Dragon Shrine, Copernicus, and Kepler. It makes a pretty decent board. I'm not going to lie, it's a pretty impressive board, but it's just opening it in the first place with all those other cards. Obviously, that makes it so much more difficult. And especially with DDD, the tough thing is that like, it struggles so much on its own right now without having that play available. So, like, when you don't have that play, a super, like, powerhouse combo, most decks will be able to make other plays that'll sort of surpass and suffice for the following turns if you don't open up that well, but this deck, not so much. At least that's what I've found. I'm going to slide that over a bit. Alright, so let's shuffle up here and go ahead into test hand number 3. Might be our last one, and I'll show you guys the combo after this hand. Raigeki, Reborn, Leonidas, Contract, and Swamp King. Yeah, that's pretty dismal. Obviously, we'd fusion into something, and Yeah. Fusion into Genghis, and then like what? Reborn this to summon this. There's just not much we can do, honestly. And then go into this, fuse these two guys together for this guy. Like, the fact that it takes up that slot is tough. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys the combo. I'm not going to mess around anymore with this. You guys probably want to see the combo now that I've mentioned it. Maybe you've seen it other places. I don't know. But the combo, as far as I'm concerned, is this. Let me pull out one of my proxy Dragon Shrines because I don't have my Dragon Shrines yet. Did order them. So Dragon Shrine, Kepler, and Thomas is what we're going to need for this play. And we're going to Dragon Shrine first. Obviously this could be foolish, but we'll just go with Dragon Shrine because we played 2 Dragon Shrine, 1 foolish. So we'll play the Dragon Shrine. And we're going to send the Dark Worm guy. This is like one of the main reasons you play this guy because you just sort of have to. Supreme King. Going to go ahead and search for the Donut or the Supreme King Gate 0, whatever you want to call him. I think the Donut is a perfectly viable name, if you ask me. So why does this combo work so well? Because it gets you this extra pendulum on board to be able to make Electromite. And Electromite, from a lot of the combos I've seen on YouTube, is like the focal point into making sort of like any combo in this deck. So like this gives us that extra pendulum we need. Whereas before we might have to make a fusion first to get that other pendulum on the board, and you see where I'm going, that like why that's the problem. And here I'm going to add the one of Leonidas we play because that's why I played the Leonidas for this particular scenario. And now I'm going to go ahead and link now into Electromite, just like that. Basically now when he's summoned, we can add a pendulum from our deck to the extra deck. I'm going to send the Astrograph to the extra deck, as I believe that is what we need to do. And then we're going to need to play Thomas in the scale here in order to be destroyed by the Electromite. And then target one other card we control, destroy it, then add one face-up pendulum from our extra deck to our hand. Alright, so we're going to do that, destroy this, and then add Astrograph to hand, and then if a card of pendulum was destroyed, we get to draw. So he has to activate first, I believe, but then we're going to chain the Astrograph to the effect, which I believe that's how Astrograph works. That should be there. So we'll draw into a Kepler, and then we get to summon our Astrograph. We're going to make sure we put him away from our link zones that we need. And then we're going to go ahead and use Astrograph's ability in order to add back basically one of the cards, I believe that was destroy this turn, and pardon me that I don't know all the effects to a T. I'm still getting used to the deck. Oh, and the one thing I think I forgot to do is while he was still in this, the Pendulum Zone, we had to add back our Kepler to our hand because we're actually going to need the Kepler for that 10 scale. But we did end up drawing into one, which is super convenient, but don't forget to use your Thomas to get back that Kepler to your hand because you're going to need that, like I said, for the Pendulum Scale. Now we have, like I said, that 0 scale and that 10 scale to be able to Pendulum Summon a lot of things. So we can use Astrograph's effect now to add a Thomas to hand, which I don't think I did, so we're going to do that now because he was destroyed this turn and is currently sitting in the extra deck. So now we can Pendulum Summon. We'll go here, here, and we'll summon that Leonidas from our hand over here. So now we are going to go into the Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon using these 2 level 7s. And then I think you know where we're going to go from here. Where's that Odd Eyes Absolute? There he is. And then going to go ahead and go into number 38. And actually, before we go ahead and overlay into the rank 8, we're going to use Thomas to destroy this Kepler here. And that, of course, is going to get a Ragnarok out of the deck. Again, you see, when you get, you know, start the playoff with that Dragon Shrine combo, we can actually make some pretty decent plays here. You know, again, I wish it was just always the case, but, you know, unfortunately sometimes it's not. But we're going to overlay into number 38 now. And then from here, we can link into the Borreload Dragon. Yes, Borreload Dragon, that's correct. Borreload Dragon, and then we get to summon our Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon on top of that, which is super awesome. So that pretty much is what you end with. There's other combos I've seen which cycle through like 3 Electrumite, 2 Electrumite, which I only have 1 Electrumite right now, and I'm not trying to pick up 2 more copies, because you can see with just the 1 Electrumite, you can actually make a pretty decent play. And that is what we end up with, is the Vortex Dragon, which I probably put in defense, the number 38, and of course the Borreload Dragon as well. You could also probably make Saryuja if you wanted to, if you had an extra thing in your hand to summon. In our case, we could, if we had Saryuja, we could summon this, and then get a search, and make, you know, probably another DDD monster, but I actually don't think we'd be able to. Actually, no, we could make, if we did Saryuja, we could use this to add Swamp King, and then Swamp King play here to banish, or send this to the grave, banish the Leonidas, and make Beowulf, or Arc, D-Arc, or Genghis too, if we really wanted to. So that's an option if you did the Saryuja play there, because we didn't use 4 different monsters, so we wouldn't get the draw 4 effect, which would be really cool to use, but won't be able to do that. But that's that combo there I wanted to show you guys at the end. Like I said, it's a work in progress build. I'm still getting reacclimated to the deck. You guys might know a lot more combos than I do. I might be missing something completely that might make the deck a little bit easier and better to play. I don't know if I am. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think about the new logo that we got. I'm very excited for it. Playmats coming soon with the new logo. Maybe apparel too. I don't know. I'm just so excited to have the new logo. I think it looks fantastic. Flashpoint Graphic Design helped out a lot with that. Did a fantastic job. And like I said, I'm going to be coming out with some new series, new video ideas to come up with when I don't have, you know, stuff like this to, you know, edit, upload, record. Stuff when I like don't have, you know, the dual videos and stuff because of other circumstances. Again, I'm sorry if this is rushed, not what you were expecting, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And let me know if you did enjoy it by please leaving a like. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And as always, WinterKills signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.